Families across Ireland are facing one of the toughest winters in recent memory. Spiralling energy bills are contributing to an unprecedented cost of living squeeze. But for Mica families, the prospect is even bleaker as Christmas approaches. As the blocks that built their homes gradually turn to dust, heat escapes through cracks in the walls. A group of international experts into mica and pyrite recently said that Ireland had the worst cases that they had ever seen. On a visit to one of the homes, they found the inside walls to be lined with black mould. After just 20 minutes inside, one of the scientists left the house with a hacking cough. The government has no plan to relocate families in situations like this, even though it clearly poses an immediate risk to health. In part 3 of our Mica documentary, we speak to the White family from Malin in County Donegal. Kieran White has suffered nervous breakdowns due to the stress of raising a family in a home that is condemnable. This is their story.
We were renting, we started renting probably around 2000, and then we got married in 2002, and then, I know 2003 then we started building, yeah. We got for a wedding present, we got just bit of land here for our father for a present, so.
Very generous.
Yeah, that's the norm thing would happen around here,
yeah.
You know.
And so, you started building, the house was finished around 2006, is that right?
Around what did we say, 2003, 4, 5, well, maybe 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
We were building and we moved in around that time.
Never love.
Yeah. Started the family. Well, we had one with Keelan when we moved in, and Michaela, and then with Calvin and Tanisha then.
Very good.
There was a lot of talk around it, when I can remember, probably around 2010. You know, you usually would get settling crack for the first few years, but then I started noticing the cracks in, but it was on the back of your head. You know, you were thinking, nah, maybe it's grand. So I started getting hammers and screwdrivers and going on banging and fucking walls and up in the loft, up where there's no plaster or nothing, you know. So I was over chipping away at that, just the paranoia was getting at me, you know. But then I says, nah, couldn't. So I got a few different builders up and looking, and they were thinking, nah, settling cracks. So I painted the house, stuff like that, all the things I wanted to do. Concreted around it, the whole lot. And just as the years went on, then the cracks got bigger and bigger and bigger, and just the more talk was about Mica, then the more I just says, definitely must be, because if they had it down there and he has it up in another neighbour, how could I have missed it, you know, because we were using the same building suppliers, you know. And then it was probably after that painted, that's when you really noticed it getting really bad, you know, because the cracks just kept opening and opening, and I kept filling them and painting every year until they just got too big. Then you couldn't fill them, you know what I mean. Pieces were just falling off then. And then
my whole hand.
Really?
And then it was just the thinking of it the whole time, and the worry about it, and having a family at the time, young, you know, and working, just everything kind of built on top of you. And then I just had a full-blown breakdown. After I didn't know what was wrong with me. She would tell you herself, she probably thought I was having an affair, because I was being off, and I didn't know what was wrong, because everything was good bar that. I was coaching football, I was doing everything else. And I just went to the doctor and I just says, look, something's wrong with me, and I don't know what it is. It turns out it's the build up of the house, just constant worry, not sleeping. So he prescribed me 3 different types of tablets. 2's antidepressants and the other one's a sleeping tablet. I kind of came around a wee bit for a while, because I knew there was that many people. No, I thought it was that big of an issue, like they're going to have to sort it, they're going to fix it, you know. But this last year now, maybe because things has been going good, and then the government back down again. I just says, no, it's no good, so back to the doctor again. You know, I was always been on the tablets, but I've been on getting more different, stronger tablets now since the last time that they pushed the scheme through, because I really did think that, you know, they can't let it go. No, they just can't let it go, because like they're telling you, they're giving you this amount of money to fix your house, 280,000, say that's what they're going to give me, what you think would build you a good house. Builders coming on 360. Do you know what I mean? Where am I going to get the rest of the money? Because the banks aren't lending. They won't lend you to a house with Mica. And your house is not insured. If you do decide to go and do a bit of work yourself, you know, you're still not insured. You know what I mean? It's like I don't even cut the grass anymore. You know, Caroline will tell you, I was home all the time, was so house proud, cleaning the house, painting it all, touching it up, weeds all done, fencing. Okay, there's no point. Do you know what I mean? And then it's coming up then when you're coming home from work and you're just looking at it every day, thinking, geez, it's getting worse. You know, I actually bought a bit of paint there because I was just going to tidy up the corners there for my own kind of mental health, but just you don't have the will to do it. The time I had the breakdown, like it wasn't just a overnight or a quick fix to fix it. It took me the best part of 2 years to come back to myself, like. And then I went back again because we were getting on well with the scheme and we thought it was going to be a good scheme, but then you're back to square one, you know. Like I wasn't sleeping for months. Up at 3 o'clock in the morning, going to work, coming back down the road, driving up, turning around, coming back down, going up. You know, just the head was gone. Yeah. Because you're thinking, like my mortgage is nearly paid. You know, I've probably 5 years left to pay in the mortgage.
Hopefully.
But that's what it is. Oh, yeah. Do you know? And realistically, like this is the bank's house until I pay my last payment, and they're supposed to be approached to help with the scheme, like, but they've never been approached. Do you know what I mean? Cassidy's were still running about. Apparently, they're still running about. You know. And I know of a few friends of mine. They've actually a few years ago, whenever they did notice, Cassidy's supplied them blocks for free. But now you're probably going back, could be 7-8 years. Now them blocks is going the same way again. And I've known people that actually built the whole outside of their house, and that's gone done the same again. Like I know we're in a far better place now than what we were, because hopefully Cassidy's have ceased trailing now, and Paddy kicked it all off about the whole going to Europe now. Do you know what I mean? So you're hoping something might come out of it like that. And then there's the legal side of it then, Coleman Legal. I signed up for that, but I was kind of scared and worried because I thought it was going to be more financial stress on me. Do you know what I mean? Which I don't need. And it's still worrying me because I don't know if it's the right, because there's just too much red tape. Because my wife's dyslexic and she's no way, not with computers or forms or anything like that, and I'm no way any good at it, but it's just stress the whole time because you're steady filling in. You have to go to here for that, you have to go to solicitors for this, you know. It takes months and months just to even try to apply for the scheme. Then they're coming back. Nothing's made easy. Donegal County Council, the biggest joke as well, because they make nothing easy. They're steady looking for everything has to be done online. They're coming back weeks later saying we can't process this because we're missing this, we're missing that. You have to send a copy of a utility bill. That may have been out of date 2 days. They're coming back, no good, we need something from the last 3 months. Do you know what I mean? Everything's just, nothing's made easy for it. They should be rolling things out. Like my application's stuck in there since March, was it 2000 or when the scheme was announced, the first scheme?
I'm not sure.
And I done everything, got all the paperwork, more stress, had to do all the core samples, cost thousands. You know, everything was a slow process getting it back, and then it's just stopped. So I don't know where I am now with the scheme, because nobody's answering no phone calls, messages, emails, nothing.
Is there a dedicated kind of Mica contact or team?
No, there's a what do they say, a steering committee, but they're telling you the steering committee. You would have asked them last year, what about this? This is going to be a good scheme. This is going to work. Do you know? It's the whole thing's just a joke. And the council should be fighting tooth and nail to get the people from the government to allocate them people to deal with. People filling out forms. No. Where are they at? What do they have to do? How do they go about doing it? It's just the typical, the forgotten county. And the politicians, I voted Fianna Fáil. I'll never, and any of my family will never vote them again. What are they doing? They should be down shouting from the top of the roof. Need to get this sorted. Need to be getting into the council offices. Get it sorted. It's everything. They're sleeping at the wheel. 90%. If it was 90%, if the first scheme came out and it was 90%, I would have been happy with that. Because my engineer first says to me that we'll do your outside skin. We'll go with that. So I'm thinking, right, maybe 40,000 euros might knock down and do that. You to pay your 10% of that. I'd have been happy to do that. Do you know what I mean? But then, when it went to the scheme then, it turned out that a builder was looking for over 100,000 to do the outside work. So that left me with 10%. So 10% of 100,000 is 10 grand. Which you still could have. No, if you thought that'll fix your house and sort it out. But then, once you got your testing and they're saying it was going to be on your inside, you can't insure your house, you can't get a loan down the line if you ever wanted to get a loan, and then that's when things started to really worry me then. Do you know what I mean? When then the engineer coming back then saying he's calling for a full demolition. So that's the way we were left. Do you know? Because there was Mica inside the blocks, Mica outside the blocks, I'm sure we don't know what's on the ground. The floor's actually starting to crack the whole way over there.
Really?
Recently. Now, we're on here, 2003? And that's when they started recently, you know.
Yeah.
Them tiles were down from that time, you know. So obviously, I think that this whole thing's moving and it's pulling, you know. Like, there's no way, I know people can say about blaming builders and stuff like that, but there's absolutely no way a builder could have known that these blocks were defective when they were building houses. Because they were hard that time. It's just through time when the water gets in and things like that, they just deteriorate, you know what I mean? So for somebody outside looking in and saying, well, why not your builder? And why should we have to pay for it? Like, it's from the bottom up. Look, the county council should have been regulating it. And the government should have been saying, well, how can these boys are set? So they should have people going around testing. Builders was giving me a quote for 100,000 to do the outside. I had 10% left me 10,000. Where now, this new scheme, they're giving me 280,000 going by your square foot of your house. Which my house is only, it's only over 200 or 20,000 square foot. Or sorry, 2,100 square foot. So they're telling me that, say, just for example, 280 will build your house, but a builder says, no, it's 360, 380. So where am I going to get the rest of the money? For you to get a quotation of a builder, it's going to cost you between 400 and 600 euro up front before they give you a price, because they have to pay a quantity of air. So if you decide to say, I'm going to get 3-4 prices. So the many 4s and 600. Do you know what I mean? That's out of your own pocket first. Nobody has that. Gee, like, especially now, if they had sorted this problem out 5 years ago, it wouldn't be as much. But I mean, now with inflation, it's going to cost. No, and that's not our fault. You know what I mean? Somebody standing in there looking, or out there looking in and saying, well, 280,000 is a lot of money. Well, they say they cap it at 480,000. Nobody is going to ever see that around here. For somebody standing out there looking in, saying, like, why should we do it? So why should the taxpayer do it? Like, we're taxpayers. It was lack of government oversight. It was from county council, engineers. You know what I mean? Everybody. I done everything right. I paid all my taxes, pay my household charge, pay my septic tank charge, pay my car tax, pay everything. And we're left with us. It's just, times you just feel like walking away. But sure, where do you go?
We're going now because Daddy left it to me.
We have nowhere to go. Do you know what I mean?
You can't sell it.
We can't sell it.
We can't sell it now.
And we can't, I couldn't get a loan even if I wanted to fix it. So, like, I'm left to do that patchwork. That patchwork there last year cost me €2,400. Do you know what I mean? That's a lot of money. When you don't have it, it's a lot of money, do you know? And it's not that it's something that it needed to be done. Like, and I'm trying to recoup that money back, but so there's no engineers going to come and look. Engineers have washed their hands now at the minute because the scheme's up in the air. And God knows how long it's going to be now until they start fixing houses. Like, people's contemplating suicide. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I would understand that. He's been up here, he's been in Donegal, hasn't he? Has he seen it firsthand? Michael Martin has been here, so I don't really know.
Time wasters just
they need God. We need a different government. Because the last 100 years has been Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil. There's nobody else to blame the way the country is and the way that these houses is. The pandemic on their own. And you see, like, downsizing. I would have absolutely no problem downsizing to a smaller house. You know, come up with 3-4 different plans of a house. Say, yeah, I'll take that one. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm looking for a big house built again, a big fancy. I just want the house, a safe house. You know, this downsizing where they says no, I would downsize, no problem. You know, I don't need it. Like, mine wouldn't be a big house. People has big houses, and rightly so, they deserve to be compensated the same as the rest is. Like, but I think that's one of the other major flaws in that scheme is they won't let you downsize. You know, I don't know how they're going to do it. If it's going to be modular homes or what.